We are about to step into the interrogation room with 35-year-old Steven Gress of Florida. The date on the screen reads March 7th, 2025. Just 2 days prior, Gress was arrested, not for the crime that will define his life, but for threatening his girlfriend, Michelle Brandis, with an air-powered harpoon gun and for drug possession, a familiar charge on his record. For those of you just joining this case, allow me to set the stage because the details are profoundly disturbing. This is the harrowing story of Miranda Corsette, a 16-year-old girl from Gulfport, a homeschooler and the mother of a baby just 11 months old. Her life was cut short in the most brutal way imaginable. On Valentine's Day of 2025, she connected with Steven Gress on the dating app Grindr. The day after, she went to his St. Petersburg home. What followed, police allege, was a week of unimaginable horror. Between February 20th and 24th, Miranda was held captive, tortured, and ultimately killed by Gress and his 37-year-old partner, Michelle Brandis. The alleged motive? A dispute over a single missing ring. A word of caution is essential here. The details of this case are graphic and disturbing, involving violence and cruelty. This content is intended for a mature audience only. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. If you're committed to following these complex cases, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on.
Was then killed. Mr. Gress placed her body in his car along with his domestic partner, Michelle Brandis.
We're jumping in right after the detectives have read him his Miranda rights.
Domestic partner, Michelle Brandis.
He's already agreed to talk. He says, "This was never supposed to happen. I met her off the Grindr app."
She was beaten and tortured because they could not find this piece of jewelry.
Right out of the gate, Steven is controlling the narrative. He's not denying a death occurred, but he's immediately framing it as an accident, a situation that got out of hand. He deflects blame onto the victim, what's a 16-year-old doing on a gay hookup site, and establishes his central theme, a stolen gold ring. He talks about Michelle's alleged overdose lie and picking up Randa on the app. He confirms the details are on his phone, even giving the detectives the passcode, a Z pattern. But then he drops a key detail. He spazzed out and got rid of the phone. Already a consciousness of guilt. He recounts picking Miranda up near her grandmother's house in Gulfport, a location he's intentionally vague about. He describes bringing Miranda home, buying her a Wawa smoothie, and his ring going missing. He brings up his partner, Michelle Brandis, immediately painting her as a key figure. He also mentions another resident, Pam, who he claims can confirm his story. It's important to remember as we hear his version that the state alleges Michelle was a full participant, so much so that after Miranda's horrific murder, the two reportedly went to play mini-golf and celebrate. He claims Michelle confessed to Pam, but we'll see how his story evolves. Gress claims his ring slid off the bed and Miranda stole it, and that he wouldn't let her leave for 24 hours. Listen closely to the story about the ring. It's the central pillar of his entire defense. The question we have to ask is this a genuine grievance, or is it a manufactured pretext for violence? He admits to holding her against her will, claiming it was just bravado, but we know where this story ends. Gress claims he called Michelle for help, and that Michelle found the ring but didn't tell him, dragging the situation on for a week. The narrative shifts. Now, Michelle is the deceitful one. She allegedly found the ring, but kept it a secret, prolonging Miranda's captivity. He is laying the groundwork to portray himself as a man manipulated by two women. Then the detective presses him.
Before you talk, okay, before you say anything, you know, you went to first appearance, and Did they appoint an attorney to you?
I don't care about an attorney, man. I
Okay.
really don't care about it.
All right, but listen, but I do, because
do your legal work,
because
that's fine.
it's the law,
Yes, sir.
okay?
Yes,
So you're initiating this request to talk
Yes, sir.
to me,
Yes, sir.
even though you have an attorney.
I don't even care about it. If I have
Okay.
it, I don't even know
Well,
what
I'm gonna read you your rights,
Okay.
okay? Because I've never read you your rights when I come in before, because I didn't have any charges on you before when I talked to you, okay? So I'm gonna read your rights to you. We're gonna get through this form before anything else happens, okay? What's your full legal name?
Steven Robert Gress.
STE.
V.
GRES.
S. 2 S's.
What's your date of birth? That makes you how old?
35.
What's your current address?
2708. 27th Avenue North. St. Pete.
All right, I got questions I got to go through here. It may seem mundane to you, but they're very important to the attorneys. Okay. Are you under the influence of any prescription drugs?
No, sir.
Any alcohol?
No, sir.
Any illegal drugs?
No, sir.
What's the last grade you completed in school?
Got a GED, but I completed 10th.
Okay. Okay. And can you read?
Yes, sir.
Can you write?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear okay?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Anything you say can or will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer or have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand each of these rights that I just explained to you?
Yes, sir.
And having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I'm here for you.
This was never supposed to happen. Never was supposed to happen.
What wasn't supposed to happen?
This girl was never supposed to be in this situation. This girl was never supposed to be in this. So I met her off the Grindr app, which is like a gay hookup site. And I don't know what a 16-year-old girl is doing on an adult hookup site. I guess it's irrelevant. She told me she was 20 at first, and then later came out afterwards that she was 16, which really had it didn't mean anything to me. Her age meant nothing. There's one thing that she did to me, and that was just one thing I was trying to resolve. She stole a gold ring of mine. What about overdoses? That must be Michelle's way of trying to cover her part up in something, because there was no overdose in any. There was nothing like that was involved. So I've picked the girl up. The date I'm not certain. All this is very recently within the last month. Okay, so I picked the girl up for a hookup on the Grindr app. Her name was Miranda on there.
Do you know when about that might have been?
I mean, everything's on the cell phone. If you can pull up cell phone information, like everything you want's on the cell phone. Is under
On your cell phone?
On my cell phone, you can find it all. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, hold on a second. So her name was Randa?
Her name was Miranda, but she went by her profile name was Randa.
R-A-N-D-A.
Right.
Okay, and that's on Grindr.
Right.
Okay, and we'll be able to see this on your phone?
Yes, sir.
What's the passcode for your phone?
It's just a Z. You do a Z.
Okay.
Supposed to draw a pattern.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that phone is no longer here. I spazzed out after what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'll take you through the whole thing of what happened, dude. And you can just see it.
Let's go.
Okay?
So you met Randa.
Right, on the Grindr app.
Okay.
Okay.
What, you don't know what day that was, though?
It was, I want to say it was a Sunday. It was all right. So it was a Sunday that this happened, and then I seen her the 2 days prior to that. I seen her for the first time. I picked her up. We went home, hung out. I dropped her back off. It was fine. Nothing, no issues. 2 days passed by. She hits me up and says, "Do I want to hang out?" Okay, cool. I picked her up. This is where the issue starts.
Where'd you pick her up at?
I picked her up not in front of her grandma's house, but I didn't know exactly which house was her grandmother's house. I just knew that, if you put a GPS, you put an address in GPS, it like before you get to the actual spot, it'll like you've arrived to your destination, but you're like another house or two away from it. That's how it's always been.
So where was that at?
In Gulfport.
You know what the address was?
I don't remember what the address was. I know it was off of 58th Street in Gulfport. There's a school there.
Yeah.
There's a school in the area.
Big high school?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of school it is. It's just a school. That
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
So I picked her up from there. I'm sure you can see my car coming to a stop somewhere near her house. And whenever she came to my car, it was always at an angle, so I know I didn't stop right in front of the grandmother's house. But I stopped in front of, in the area for her to pick up. So I picked her up, we went back home, we're chilling. I bought her some food. She's a real picky eater, I guess, so I bought her a smoothie from Wawa. And my ring, which is in property right now, was given back to me by Michelle. Michelle, do you know where Michelle is? You need to pick Michelle, after you pick Michelle up.
Okay.
And this can be confirmed by Pam.
Okay.
She confessed it to in front of Pam, and her reasoning for it was worth it, but she confessed it in front of Pam. So my ring comes up missing, and
On the same day you picked her
on the
up.
same day I picked her up, it was just us two in the room. Pam was in the other room. Pam's got her own room in there, and
Us two who? You and Miranda?
me and Miranda. We're the only two in the room.
Which room?
The living room, which I made my bedroom, of that house.
The downstairs apartment?
Yes.
At 27?
Yes, sir.
Oh wait, 27th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So, in the process of me ordering food for her, my ring comes up missing. It was a little bit too big for my pinky, so it could slide off if whatever, it could just slide off. And I remember when I went to get off the bed, I supported my weight on the bed to go get the doors for the food, and that's where my ring slid off at. My ring slid off on the bed.
Right.
So as I'm eating my food, I'm realizing my ring's not on my finger, so I'm like, I search the whole immediate area, my ring's not there. Miranda stole my ring. Miranda stole my ring. So I'm telling her, man, like, look, there's nobody else here. I know, it's nice, it's a nice ring. You might want it, but it's not yours. Just give it back. I go on with this for a whole 24 hours. And I'm telling her, like, hey, man, my fault in this is that I would not let her leave without giving me my ring back.
How did you keep her from leaving?
I just told her that she couldn't leave. I didn't restrain her. I didn't do anything to her. I just said, hey, man, just please give me my ring back. You know what I'm saying?
But she wasn't free to get out and walk out the door.
I mean, if she would have tried, I don't know if I would have stopped her or not. Everything was bravado at this point in time. It's like I'm telling her, and I'm hoping that I'm able to just scare her into giving me my ring back. So I called up Michelle to see if Michelle would help me get the ring back from her. Like they have a female to female connection or something, anything I could use to try to get her to give me my ring back. So all this on text message as well. So I text Michelle on Facebook Messenger. I'm like, hey man, this girl over here stole my ring. Will you please help me get my ring back? So she agrees and comes over. She comes over there and stuff. And the first thing she does when she gets there was looks for my ring in the house. And I'm cool with that because I just want my ring back. So the sooner I get my ring back, the sooner this can just be done. So she finds my ring, and she doesn't tell me she finds my ring. And how I know that is because she gave me my ring back after all this is said and done. And Pam was there when she found my ring in my car. My ring was never in my car. It never was in my car. She never went to outside to put it in my car. Michelle found my ring that she stole. So I don't know this at the time. Michelle doesn't tell me at the time. So now this drags on for a week. This drags on for a week.
Wait, so you've got this girl in your house for an entire week?
A week.
Were you feeding her?
Yes.
Were you beating her?
I lumped her up, yes. I hit her at first.
What do you mean you lumped her up?
So at first, it took me a while before I put my hands on her. Like, I really tried everything I could possibly do to get my ring back.
Like what?
Like, pleading with her, telling her, man, like, this stuff is important to me. I just got out of prison for doing 13 years. I've just started having my own stuff for myself. This stuff means something to me, man. I just started having my own shit. It means something to me. I was not willing to take a loss on my ring when she stole it, and you can damn well give it back to me. And I'm telling her, like, please, let's use this as a learning experience. Let's
Did you pat her down?
This. Yes.
So she's wearing clothes, you patted her down, you couldn't find the ring?
I even bought a metal detector.
Well, where do you think she was hiding it?
I thought she either swallowed it or put it up inside of her, or she had it hidden somewhere else.
Okay.
I knew she had it, and she was disrespecting me and mocking me the whole time. Miranda is, to me.
Miranda is.
Yeah, like, I couldn't fathom, why would you steal somebody?
What was she doing to mock you?
She just like this. She said she got it from her grandma. And she said she'd be like, I'd be like, man, please give me my ring, please, man, please. She'd be like, she'll just be like this to me, like this. She went this. She'd be like this.
Wait, you mean like she might have been shaking in fear?
No.
Because that's what you look like when you do that
Right.
to me.
But she.
When I think of a 16-year-old girl shaking like that,
It's not.
that's fear.
Gress admits to lumping her up and beating her after pleading with her to return the ring. I lumped her up. The admission is casual, almost nonchalant. He frames his violence as a last resort, something he did only after his pleading failed. He claims he just wanted what was his, a ring that represented his new life after a 13-year prison sentence. He even says he bought a metal detector. He describes feeling disrespected and mocked by Miranda shaking. This is a critical moment. He demonstrates what he interpreted as mocking, a tremor that to any reasonable person looks like pure terror. His inability to perceive her fear as anything other than a personal insult is profoundly disturbing. He also reveals he instructed Michelle to dispose of Miranda's phone, a classic move by a captor to isolate their victim. He admits to searching her. I stuck my fingers up her ass. He admits to this unspeakable violation with a chilling matter-of-factness, as if it were a logical step in his investigation. The detective has to spell it out for him that, by law, that is He claims Miranda was more scared of Michelle, that Michelle was hitting her harder. It's a constant, calculated effort to minimize his own role. He describes Miranda taunting him by saying she didn't care about his rent money. He tries to reenact her taunt. Again, it looks like a 16-year-old girl, 90 pounds, shaking in abject fear. But in his mind, she's a master manipulator mocking his financial problems. The disconnect from reality is staggering. Then he throws Pam under the bus, saying she's guilty for not reporting it, before immediately backtracking and calling her a sweetheart. He admits what he did was rape after the detective explains the law. He accepts the legal definition of rape with a shrug. So be it, man. He then says he bought her medication from CVS for her injuries. This is a twisted form of justification. He's trying to portray himself as a caregiver, as he admits to being her torturer. He says Michelle has this more than I do. This part is heavily redacted, but the message is clear. He's setting the stage to blame Michelle for the fatal act. He claims his goal was only to injure her to a point where she could heal up in a couple of days and go home. A learning experience, he calls it. He says Michelle has his ring the whole time and claims Michelle killed Miranda. And there it is, the final accused. Michelle killed her, he claims. He says he told her no 3 times. He alleges Michelle had the ring the whole time and that the whispering he heard between them was some conspiracy he couldn't penetrate. He sends the lumped-up pictures of Miranda to his mom and a man named Angel. And then comes this bombshell. He wasn't just abusing her in secret, he was documenting it. He sent photos of a beaten Miranda to his own mother and another person named Angel. Why? His justification is almost as sickening as the act itself. He wanted them to feel sorry for him and buy him a new ring. He was using the images of his tortured victim as a tool for financial gain. He admits his mom and Angel know she's dead and that they were uncomfortable with it. He outs his own mother and friend as knowing about the murder after the fact. He insists they are good people who don't deserve trouble, a strange and misplaced sense of loyalty. The animal killing is discussed. This is where we get a glimpse into the darkness that existed long before Miranda. When asked about killing animals, he doesn't just admit it. He quantifies it in the hundreds, Dogs, cats, rabbits, guinea pigs from Craigslist. His reason? Stress relief from his roommates bickering about rent. He claims it was to stop himself from hurting them. It's a chilling insight into how he processes anger and frustration. He says the whole house would light up with luminol from animal blood. The entire house would glow. It wasn't just one or two incidents. His home was a slaughterhouse long before Miranda ever set foot in it. He then continues to blame his life's frustrations, his 11 years in prison, for his constant state of anger. He admits to sending pictures to a third person, Jamie, from the Grindr app. A third person also received the pictures. 3 people saw evidence of a young girl being held captive and tortured, and his goal was to solicit sympathy for a new ring. The detective then confronts him with the hypocrisy of it all. The detective confronts Gress about doing to Miranda what he himself went to prison for.
Michelle would be whispering to her, and I'd be like, why are you guys whispering? What are you trying to hide from me? Why would you possibly be whispering amongst yourselves to not want to be heard by me? There's something that they had going on. And Michelle also has the girl's iPhone. The girl had an iPhone, and I told Michelle, I said, hey man, go hide this underneath a trash can at a gas station somewhere, just so it doesn't, in case somebody came looking for it, it wouldn't lead her to my house, and it would prevent me from getting my ring back. That's my fault, is my greed for my ring, okay? Another important information is, I'd seen Miranda on Valentine's Day. It will be able to give you a date. The first time I seen Miranda was on Valentine's Day. Michelle was upset that I chose Miranda over her on Valentine's Day. So I think that's where her motive came from. Her spite for Miranda came from this. And so they're having secret conversations. I don't know what they're saying. She took her ring. She said she threw it in a gutter. Down the street. I asked her afterwards if she was able to take us to the gutter. Michelle, I believe that she did not throw it in the gutter though. I believe that she kept her iPhone because Michelle has a long history of stealing.
Okay.
She's not able.
We're getting.
All right.
We're kind of running down rabbit trail.
Okay.
So let's talk about Miranda and the shaking.
Okay.
And so you had her in your house for how long?
It was up to a week. It was a week. You
had her in the house a week.
For a week.
You wouldn't let her leave.
I told her
you thought that she was mocking you by shaking.
It wasn't just shaking that she would be doing. She would also be saying stuff to me.
Like what?
Like she would be saying, she was saying she never seen it, and then she said, "Oh, I know it's outside for a fact. It's over here outside." And then she'd say that she hadn't seen it again, and then she'd say, "Oh wait, I remember it's in the kitchen over here." And then she'd say it was in the bathroom over there. And then she told me it was behind the mirror over here. She led me through this, like I don't know why somebody in this position would disrespect.
So how else did you search her?
I searched with a metal detector, and I stuck my fingers up her pussy and up her. I'm telling you the truth, my man. I'm telling you the truth.
All right.
I was dedicated to get my ring back. I called the St. Pete Police Department, and I said, "Hey man, this girl has my ring, man. She stole my ring, man. Can you guys please come assist me to get my ring back?" They told me that I was in no position. I was not legally allowed to search her, and the police was not going to come over there and search her, and all I could do was file a police report. So she was going to
Wait. A police officer came to your house and told you that?
I called the police department, and that's what the operator dispatch told me.
When did you call the police?
A day or 2 or 3 after I already had her. Maybe it was like 2 days after I had her.
What phone number did you call from?
The phone that was my cell phone at the time.
Give me the number.
It was 727. Was the phone number.
And you called the St. Pete Police Department?
Yes, sir.
You called the non-emergency number?
I called, I Googled St. Pete Police Department, and they got the phone number up there with the directions, website, share, all of, and they got the call.
Okay.
So
I called
the St. Pete Police Department.
Yeah.
Spoke to somebody.
And a dispatcher told you?
I told her that my metal detector is going off in her private area, and that I think the girl had my ring up her privates. And could somebody please come out here to help retrieve my ring, is what I told them. And the lady told me that I had no legal right to search her.
You don't?
I understand. I'm just being honest.
But I mean, I'm
with you, man.
surprised that we would tell you something like that. I mean, that's just, okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
All right, so you searched her, you digitally pictured her, you put your fingers up
Yes, sir.
her hand and her.
Yes, sir.
Her,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
I did. Yes, sir.
And you didn't find the ring.
Didn't find it.
All right, so what happened?
So she's still telling me that she's still telling me that it's over here, it's over there. At one time she says that she thinks Michelle has it. When I relayed the information to Michelle come in there and beat her up. Michelle's hitting the girl harder than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting the girl with open palms and shit. Michelle's hitting her close.
Did the girl when you stuck your fingers in her rectum, did the girl resist?
No,
she was that scared of you.
She was scared of Michelle. She was scared of Michelle.
I don't know, dude.
She's scared of me too. She's scared of me.
How can she not be scared of you?
Right.
She's 90 pounds. How much do you weigh?
But she's still talking me.
Was she really?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure you weren't just imagining that?
No,
because
sir.
what was she saying to talk you to?
She's telling me that she doesn't care. I said I had rent coming up. I had 1 week left to get my rent up. She says she doesn't care. I said, you don't care if I'm going to be going on the streets? Like, you don't care about like my house, everything that I have going for me? You don't care that this is going to be lost because I'm over here focusing on you, trying to get my ring back?
Yeah.
And she would tell me no, she doesn't care. And then she'd do like this to me. She'd do like this. It's not a shake, it's a taunt. She would taunt me like this.
I don't know what that is.
She said she got it from her grandma.
It doesn't taunt me. I don't understand that.
Because she's not giving me my ring back, it's a taunt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so with you being taunted, you'd already beat her up. You said you lumped her up. You've already digitally pictured her. You've already basically raped her. A 16-year-old girl. I mean, so you think that this 16-year-old girl who 16 is taunting you? I just don't get it. But okay, but let's keep going ahead. So then Michelle comes over and beats her up.
Michelle was already over there. Michelle was already over there for the whole time. I called Michelle immediately.
Okay.
So Michelle was been over there.
Where was Pam?
In her room. Pam's aware of what's going on too. Pam, if anything, Pam's guilty because Pam could have reported this before it got to this point. This was been going on. Pam's a sweetheart. Pam does not deserve to be in any trouble for this. She doesn't. It's unfortunate for Pam.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
So, where are we at?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. You've got this girl in your house. You're torturing her. You've beat her up. You've raped her. You've got.
I didn't. I did not rape her, dude.
In the state of Florida, sticking this inside somebody else's body is rape.
Okay, so be it, man.
It is. I'm just telling you the letter of the law.
Okay.
You stick something else inside of somebody else's body, that's rape.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, but that's what it was.
Okay.
Whether what the intention was or not.
Okay.
So then Michelle comes and starts doing it with you, and how long does this go on?
This goes on for a week. This goes on for a week, man. But not the. I only searched her one time. Like if she didn't have it in there, then so be it. Now I'm waiting for her to out. So you know what I'm saying? Like I'm waiting for her to out. Any injury that I cause her, I'm going to CVS and I'm buying her medication for it.
What kind of medication?
Whatever she needs, some sore throat medication, some.
Why would she have a sore throat?
Why would?
Did you stick something down her throat?
No.
Why would she need sore throat medication then from whatever injuries you
Michelle
caused her?
choked her. And I'm being 100 with you, man. I just told you some foul shit, man. Like I'm being 100 with you, man. I'm not trying to deflect blame on anybody else. I'm not trying to pin anything on anybody else. I own up to what I did. I'm owning up to what I did. I'm not trying to defend or deflect on anybody else, man.
All right.
Michelle has more in this than I do. And I'm the one that's telling her you can't leave until you give my ring back. Michelle's causing all the big blows and shit. I'm not letting anything bad enough happen to the girl that I can't just let her go home after a couple of days healing up. I just wanted my ring back, dude. I just wanted my ring back. That's it. Okay? Michelle's got some shit going on. Nothing's happened to the girl to where she can't heal up in a couple days and go home. That's on me. I'm making sure of it. You know what I'm saying? But the girl she said she had some kind of a disease where she bruised really easy and she was really thin. She was delicate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how delicate the girl is. So with that in mind, like I'm making sure I don't do anything to the girl that's gonna make sure that she can't get my shit back and she can't just go home in a couple days after healing up. That was my goal, was to do whatever till she gave me my shit back, let her heal up, go home. I'm telling her this will be a learning experience for everybody. You shouldn't be going inside of people's house you don't know stealing shit, man. That's my whole thing was. That was my whole thing. Michelle, it was more her spite for not taking her out for Valentine's Day. As petty as it sounds, man. That's what I bring from it. So Michelle had my ring the whole time. She said she found it in my car after the fact. So Pam can confirm all this.
After the fact of what?
After the fact that she had died. Michelle had killed the girl, man.
How did she die?
Steven Gress gives police his version of how Miranda died.
I told her no 3 times. On the 7th day, the girl finally, she's like, I got it, I'm trying to out. That's what she tells me. She doesn't even have the ring. Michelle's got the ring. So whatever they were whispering about, Michelle did not want to come out. You know what I'm saying? That's the only sense that I can make of it. Michelle didn't want whatever they were whispering to come out. I think the girl gave Michelle her cell phone information to be able to access her cell phone as well. I don't believe Michelle would have thrown the girl's iPhone down the drain. I believe she has that girl's cell phone somewhere right now. She has it.
When did she die?
She died on the 7th day. So she died, if Easter was, whatever day Easter is, you take that and...
Easter or Valentine's?
I'm sorry, Valentine's Day, I'm sorry. Valentine's Day. So March 14th is Valentine's Day? February 14th is Valentine's Day. So I think it would be fair to say that she probably passed away on the 21st-ish of February.
And then what did you do?
Then, now here's my part in it that's gonna fuck me up. More than anything else, this is my part, man. So after the girl suffocated, as soon as I seen Rochelle wrap her...
Gress gives a more detailed account of his claims about how Miranda's murder unfolded. According to his version of events, his girlfriend, Michelle Brands, took a ball from a pool table in the backyard, put it in a sock and shoved it down Miranda's throat, and then wrapped her face in plastic wrap. Gress stated that he told Brands not to cover Miranda's nose, but Brands did, and he couldn't get to Miranda quick enough to poke holes in the plastic before she died. While Gress denies it, police believe he moved Miranda's body to another house, where he dismembered her and disposed of her remains in a dumpster.
She's telling me that she has my ring. So she went from all this, she didn't have it, she never seen it, to now all of a sudden she has it, to all of a sudden it's over here, oh then it's over there. It's getting me frustrated. She's doing like this to me. She's talking me. It's, I ate this for a long time and still was very cautious on how I dealt with her. And I'm eating all this saying I'm eating all this frustration. I'm getting frustrated, man. She's telling me all types of shit. She's not giving my shit back. I know she has it. Like, I can't believe it's happening. And the whole time I'm still restrained from what I did to her. You know what I'm saying?
Gress provides further details about how Miranda was tortured over the days she was held hostage.
That's how I got this stuff in the first place, because Angel bought it for me. So I'm telling my mom, sending the pictures of them lumped up, and I'm like, man, look, man, like, she stole my ring, man. She stole my ring, she's not giving it back. I need my ring back. I can't possibly move forward without my ring. Like, I just could not take a L on my ring like that. I just couldn't. So there's that kind of evidence right there that...
Can I ask quickly?
Yes,
so
sir.
You sent, Angel's the one who got you the ring?
Yes.
And you sent pictures of
her swollen
Miranda's...
Yeah.
So Angel has those pictures?
Yes.
Okay, so Angel knew the extent of what was happening?
Angel, yeah, he's a good person, man. He doesn't deserve...
Does he know the totality of everything?
I told him after the fact.
Does he know she's dead?
Yes.
Okay.
And like I said, like, he does not deserve to be in any trouble for this, but...
Your mom knows this as well? Your mom knows this?
My mom knows.
Everything?
She knows.
How about the body? What you did with the body?
She knows.
Okay.
Angel was very disgruntled and very uncomfortable with it, and I had the feeling that he could have maybe even said something to somebody about it. Angel's a good person. He really is. He's not involved in anything like that. And the same thing for my mom. Like, she does not deserve anything to be brought from this at all. You know, Michelle, me, and to a lesser degree Pam. And Pam can confirm. Michelle saying that she killed her. Pam can confirm that.
When did you tell your mom?
I told her maybe like 3 days after it happened. After like the initial shock wore off and stuff like that there.
Okay, and when did you tell Angel?
Angel, about the same. Like I sat on it for a while, like not sure what to do. We stayed at Michelle's mom's house. Michelle's mom was in Puerto Rico.
How many nights did you stay at Michelle's mom's house?
Good, like 4 or 5 nights over there. Yeah, I was too scared to go home.
Okay. Is it true you used to take animals to the Skyway?
Yes,
What'd you do with them?
I would kill them.
Do you feel a need to kill them?
No,
Why did you do it then?
I was stressed out.
Does killing them give you stress relief?
Stressed out. Pam and Michelle repeatedly they would be short on their rent. They would threaten where I slept at. They just would constantly bicker and bitch about nothing to me all the time. Like I was the enemy to them.
So you would kill an animal.
I would kill an animal so I would not. It helped me to relieve my stress and my anger so I would not hurt them.
Where would you get the animals from?
Craigslist. People give away animals on Craigslist.
Any kind of animal?
Pretty much. Anything from like a guinea pig, a rabbit, dog, cat.
And what do? You throw them off the Skyway when you're done with them?
The Skyway is another one of Michelle's things. I wouldn't take it to the Skyway. I wouldn't take it to the Skyway. I would take it if you go to my house and do a what's the agent that they use to uncover blood, traces of blood.
Yeah.
You put that shit in my house, the entire house might glow.
Because you killed that many animals in there?
Yes, sir.
And then what do you do with the carcasses?
Goes in the dumpster. So the Skyway thing is another one of Michelle's groups.
Has killing animals like that been something you've always done, or
No,
what is it?
it just recently started. From living with Pam. Pam's
How many animals do you think you've killed?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say, man. A lot.
Yeah.
It seems like I'm a bad guy right now, man. Like, it seems like I'm a bad guy.
I'm not.
I'm not a bad guy like that. Like I've been pushed.
It's not for me to judge.
I understand.
You, okay.
I understand.
But I'm trying to understand your mind a little bit.
Yeah.
So
my mind is this: I did 11 years in prison at a young age.
yeah.
I got out, and I was faced with many adversities, and I like things would just keep happening to me, like small things keep happening to me. Things keep happening. I could never catch a break without something sticking me in my ribcage, and my frustration and my anger would always be at a point where I'm always frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always frustrated.
Yeah.
Now this is what living with Pam and Pam never having rent, Pam always bitching and complaining. It just with that shit had me festering. It had me festering. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always on edge.
So, how long have you lived with Pam?
I've been living with Pam for like 5 years now, 5, 6 years now. I'll show you right away. That's Michelle's property. I'll show you right away.
No, it's not.
No, this is the I know what this is.
Okay.
Is that the trailer park?
No, that's the Little Caesars.
Okay.
Okay. It's right by 20th Street. Yeah. So,
One other person also knew about this, but they didn't know that the girl died. And that's Jamie. And Jamie's another guy with the Grinder app who would buy me stuff. And Jamie knew about the girl stealing from me.
did he know about you keeping her against her will?
I sent him pictures as well. Those are the 3 people that I sent
Do you know
pictures.
Jamie's phone number?
It's a 605. It's my cell phone right now. My cell phone's in
The
the
new
guys
one?
have right here. Yeah.
The one that we have here?
Yes. It's in the cell phone.
When was the last time you talked to Jamie?
He just let me go over there to earn some money from him, doing some yard work for him after this had taken place. And I had Michelle and Pam in the car with me. And he's like, he wanted them to kind of like go somewhere else. And I asked him, could they just stay here and help me work instead? He said that was fine. So they got out of the car and they were pulling weeds while I was laying some gravel rock for him on his house. So we were all together after this.
Where's Jamie live at?
In South St. Pete by Maximo Marina.
Okay.
Black guy.
Did you go by his house?
Did I what?
Did you go by his house after you? Was he there?
Yes. He didn't know about it. I didn't tell him
What
about
were
it.
you there for?
To earn some money. I needed some money. I was broke.
That was late in the morning.
Early in the morning, yeah.
What time were you?
Maybe like from 7, 8 to like 12.
No, because I'm saying you went out onto one of the fingers on Maximo Moorings when you did the big circle of Tampa Bay.
Right.
What time do you?
Late night.
And then you came right back around, came across the Skyway.
Right.
And then you went out towards Jamie's house.
Then that's when it was. Then I went and did the yard.
That would have been like midnight.
No. It was daytime when I went over there. Outside Skyway rest area for a while.
Yeah.
And then from there, we went back to Michelle's mom's house. Then we did that. We stayed over there for maybe we passed out.
Cam with you when
Yes.
you went to Jamie's house?
Yes. And Michelle.
Okay. And what kind of work did you do?
I was pulling weeds and laying gravel rock, and they eventually came outside to help me pull weeds while I laid the gravel rock at Jamie's house.
Jamie came outside to help you?
No, Jamie had his boyfriend's family over or some shit like that there, so he didn't want to come outside. He's an older guy. That's why he pays me to do the labor work. You know what I'm saying?
And you sent him the pictures of this little girl?
Swole up, yeah.
What was the purpose of that? I'm just curious.
The purpose was to get sympathy for me. So I was trying to get them to buy me another ring, and then everything would just be good. I just wanted a ring. I didn't want to take a loss on the ring.
Your whole thing was, I want my ring back, no matter what it was.
Not no matter what, but I was going to go through, and at least make an effort to try to get my shit back.
And why was that so sentimental to you?
Because I never had shit my whole life. I never had anything. I went to prison when I was 16 years old, and I got out when I was 27. So like I'm just starting to learn to live my life and have things of my own. And I don't think it's right for somebody to be able to come into your house and steal from you and be able to walk there with your shit.
Sort of like the shit you went to prison for.
That was for burglaries, armed burglaries and stuff like that.
Going into somebody's house and taking shit from them.
That's another thing that I told her too. I'm like,
well, that's what I'm saying. So you held a person against their will, visually penetrated them, and eventually killed them.
I didn't kill her.
I didn't kill her. You were
them.
complicit to her killing if that person did it.
Fair.
But you did. So you contributed to a person's death for doing what you got caught doing when you were 16.
She was never supposed to die. Ever.
Oh,
Ever.
Dude,
She never was supposed to pass, man. She wasn't even supposed to come close to it. If anything, like I was telling the whole time, man, like there's nothing that she can't heal up from after a couple days and go home was my intention. And the whole other time I'm trying to get other people to just replace it for me so I can just be done with the shit. That was my intention for sending them the pictures. My mom, Jamie, and Angel.
So you wanted a family member of yours and or a friend to see what you were doing to this girl so that they could buy you the ring.
And then we could end
And
it.
that as long as you had your ring, you would have let her go.
Yes, sir.
So that was like a cry out for you to stop hurting this woman.
Yes, sir.
That was your way of
I'm trying every avenue I possibly can try to resolve it. Everybody's good. If she's willing to go through this length to keep my ring, then she went through that length to keep my ring, and as long as I got another one back, then cool.
Now, he said something about she looks like E.T. Like, what the f*** do you mean she looks like E.T.? She wants to talk to you, is what he says. Now, I get there, her head is swollen. She's got 2 black eyes. Now then,
That was 2 days after.
that was 2 days
After
the
Valentine's.
initial. So now we're talking about what, 17th?
16th. After Valentine's Day?
Nope.
2 full days.
She went home on the
Okay, so 2
14th.
days
She
in.
came
Okay.
back the 15th. So now it's the 17th.
Okay.
He kept her, oh my God, he kept her for like 7 days. He kept her for a week. From the 15th, he kept her for a week. Because it was the 24th, it was my birthday. The 23rd to the 24th is when she died.
Oh.
Oh my God, oh my God. He beat me and her side by side because I said I believed her and she didn't have the ring. Oh my God. The way that I was able to get him to stop beating me was if I agreed to help beat her. Oh my God. So yeah, I hit her. I hit her a couple times. A few times. I can't tell you. I hit her.
Closed fist, a smack.
Close fists. Close fist. She didn't make a sound. She kept eating it like there was an agreement. Like they had an agreement. Like something was, like something. At the end, he said that she wasn't supposed to die. And I have a recording where I told him, I said, I figured it out. This was your fantasy. You played out your real life fantasy. Like you wanted this to happen. Like he's sick. I know he's sick. I know he's sick. And he said, yep, good job. When I saw on recording, it's on my phone. I have recording, I have text messages, I have conversations between him and I, they're trying to use me as a scapegoat. They're trying to use me. And I don't understand why. Why'd you pick me? Like, why'd you pick me? I loved you. I can't believe this is happening. This is my real life. Like, this is my real life. Like, all because I fell in love with a monster. I did. I helped him. He made me help him. He f***ing made me help him. He would give me these looks. And I know what those looks mean. I know what those looks mean. 10 months, and the good honeymoon stage lasted for a month, 2 months, whatever. There was more bad than good. But the goods were so good. It was so good when it was good, but it was bad. It was horrible. It was a nightmare. But the good was great.
So when you hit her, did you feel like he was going to hurt you if you didn't do what he said?
Yes. You should have seen the look on his face. That's like when he was telling me, go ahead, your turn. You make her give me my ring back. You get my ring back from her. And I wanted him to be pleased with me and not hurt me. I wanted him not to hurt me, and I wanted to do whatever he said he wanted me to do so that I could walk away. I just wanted to walk away. I just wanted to leave. He wouldn't let me leave. He wanted me to help. He needed my help. I had no choice. I had no choice.
So when you took part in the beatings with Miranda, that was on the 17th? The 2 days after the incident.
2 days after, I didn't touch her. I didn't touch her that day. You should have seen her. I couldn't stomach it. I threw up. I couldn't stomach it. And it lasted like 2 or 3 days.
What prevented you from reaching out to us?
Him.
Did you ever leave at that point?
I couldn't. Once I saw her, no, I did leave. I left to go to Walmart. And grab some things for the house and for her because he wanted to take care of her. I don't understand.
Who did you go to Walmart with?
It was Pam and I Pam went to Dollar Tree.
And at no point in time when you did that, you never felt the need to contact us or come to the
Absolutely.
So what was preventing you from doing that?
Him. You don't know him. You don't know him. I have bruises all along my ribs right now. I have knots on the side of my head. This was him elbowing me. This was him straight punching me in my head. All this so that I wouldn't say anything.
Right, so keep going from there, from Walmart after what happens.
He had put some sort of Loctite, some sort of like super glue, but like for like construction, for like remodeling or whatever the it's like this super strings in her hair. When I got there, it was already like this. She already had it all up in her hair. Like she didn't look normal. She had all this in her hair. Pam went to CVS to grab some for her. So it was, he wanted to take care of her. He wanted to clean up her wounds. Got her fucking just, it didn't make sense to me. It was like, and he kept fucking her too.
Did that bother
I'm sorry,
you?
what?
He kept fucking her. Like,
after she'd been beat?
Yeah, and she liked it. That's why I'm saying there was some sort of agreement prior to. There had to have been, because at one point in time Pam heard it too. I was in the kitchen, Pam was in her room, but he was so close to Pam's wall in the room that's how she heard it too. And it makes sense now, because when him and I would have conversations and Pam would know, I was like, how the fuck did you know? Like, you weren't even there. He said, thank you for giving me everything that I wanted. And it didn't make, why would you be thanking her? And I'm telling you, like, there was some sort of agreement prior to. And she lied. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand. But there had to have been. Why else would you be thanking her? And why else would she be willingly doing, like, she was quiet. She didn't scream. She was not tied up. So she could have left at any time. We went to sleep. She could have gone. She could have left. There was a time I was the last one to wake up, and they're sitting there talking like a normal conversation. She could have left at any time, and she never even tried to leave. Never, not once. The door was. Oh my God. She could have left.
Where's Pam in all this?
Pam's in the room. She comes out every so often. She had her share of words with her. She was texting me how the little bitch was getting annoying and this and that and the third. And, like, there's text messages. Pam was there the entire time. Pam and I didn't realize how much in love she was with him as well until after all of this, and she walked in on him and I having sex, and she caught an attitude, and it was like, hold on, but we've been dating, so what's the difference now? Like, that's when I realized that she was still in love with him, and not just his best friend. Like,
was Pam still messing around with him too, or no?
They can only do so much because she has some sort of STD. So he refuses to have sex with her. But at the same time, I know that something happened, because when I left and came back, and this was after the fact, it was just him and her bodily fluids were all over the mattress, and I could see it. So I know that there was some sort of sexual whatever.
Did Pam take any part in...
Yes.
What did she do?
She went out there and she was talking, screaming, and even mushed her.
What do you mean mushed her? You like pushed her head into the wall or something?
Like took her face and just like...
Mushed her, yes. And she knew that she told me that she had his back. She was on his side, and they were working against me. I didn't know until after the fact. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking at everything, and the way he was just being towards me, it didn't make any sense. But I can connect dots. I'm stupid for falling in love with him, but I'm not stupid. Generally, I'm not a stupid person. Generally, I'm not a stupid person. Generally, I'm not stupid. I was stupid. But once I was able to remove myself and look at everything and try to figure out where I went wrong, like how did I end up there? Like, how did I end up in that position? Like, how did I end up here? So they obviously, Pam's been with him or living with him for 5 years. Okay, so obviously she knows him quite better than me. And the only thing that I can think of that's logical to me is that there was some sort of plan from the very beginning, or close to the beginning, after he made me fall in love. Because he doesn't love me. He loves himself. So I think that from the beginning he had this fantasy, because he's always talked about snatching some girl up off the street and like taking advantage of her, and that just kind of, yeah, okay. I didn't. He's
told you that.
Yeah, he has, and come on, like with technology and the phones and the cameras everywhere, the likelihood of that happening is slim to none. It's just a fantasy until you have a willing participant who will pretend to be captured by you and allow all this to happen. That's the only thing that makes sense.
How many nights did you said that she could have left at any time?
Yeah.
How many nights since she was there after she'd been beaten?
Every single night. Hold on, I'm sorry, finish your question?
Yeah, just how many nights total between the time that she was there, so that's what, the 15th, till the time that she died? How many times would you say, like every single time she had an opportunity to leave?
Every single night she had an opportunity to leave. Every single night.
Was she getting beat every single day?
No.
Was she getting fed at all?
Yes. He was feeding her. Yes.
And tending to her?
And water, yes.
Okay.
All the way up until the very last day. The last day was just the emotion became, like, he was over, like, he said that he just he was way too into it.
And this is all still about the ring?
All about the ring that I believe him or Pam had the entire time. Because he had it on his finger when he got arrested. When I had my mom call, when he got arrested, he had it on his finger. I found it in the car after we had vacuumed the car. How does the ring magically appear on his side, right? But like, and so I find it. Pam instantly was like, "Oh, let me give it to him, so that way, he doesn't think that you had it." She gives it to me, and I was like, "Listen, I found it." And he instantly, "You had it this whole time. You wanted, you did this. You wanted her to die." I never had the fucking ring. I never had it. I literally have just found it. I just found it. It's always me or Pam. If he misplaces everything. If something is misplaced, me or Pam stole it. Automatically. And so then me or Pam go on a fucking hunt, or we go together on the hunt around the house until it's found. We don't get an apology or a fucking thank you. It's just expected. But everything, every single thing is my fault. He is never at fault for anything. For nothing. Nothing. It is always my fault or Pam's fault.
So go back to the day that Miranda died. Tell me what happened.
He started off with open hand.
What day was this, by the way?
I don't know. The 23rd, I'm assuming. The 23rd of February.
Okay.
leading up to the 23rd, he gradually became more aggressive. He went from open hand, just the face, the head, to then the body, to closed fist.
What room is all this taking place in?
Huh?
What room is all this taking place in?
His bedroom, which was the living room. As soon as you walk into the house, that was his bedroom.
Okay.
He, chased her in the house at one point in time, and she went into the kitchen, but it was brought back to the bedroom. So by the 23rd,
Brandis gives more details about the torture Miranda endured.
And as soon as she jumped off that bed, he looked at her, he looked at me, and he said, "This bitch has my ring." And he looked at me, and the look in his eyes, I said, "You're right. You're right. She has it. She has it." And all of the fucking hope that I had just given her just depleted from her, and that's when
Brandis continues describing the abuse.
I can't, where's my ring? Where's my ring? Give me back my ring. Did you eat it? And she's over here like he made her poop. He wouldn't let her flush the toilet. At this point now she's trying to push something out of her. The last day she didn't eat, so there's nothing in her stomach to push out. You could see she's trying. She's telling him anything and everything. Help me look for it. Let me poop for you. Like, she's trying still, to but I don't believe she had it. I know she didn't. I believed her, and how the fuck did it end up? And he's telling me that Angel looked in the car prior to, so it's not in the car. So how the fuck did it end up in the car?
So Angel knew what was going on?
Angel came over when I wasn't there. This is one of the times I was at my mom's. He came over to talk to the girl. Angel said he believed the girl.
Do you know when that was?
It was at the very beginning. And he turned around a couple of days later, or a few days, I don't even know how many days, it was all one big. Told Angel that he let the girl go. That she's fine. He let her go, but
Steven told Angel that he let the girl go.
Okay. Through text message. And we're at the end, and she just.
Okay. So you.
Brandis gives her version of how Miranda died, saying Gress was responsible for the homicide.
Tried to wake her up and tried her chest, and she was dead. She was dead.
Did he try chest? Did he?
Yes.
Try chest compressions and stuff.
Yes. He did.
So at this point,
I told
it's you, him, Miranda, Pam's in the house too.
Yeah.
Did Pam see any of this stuff?
Pam came out and saw the body. He would go to Pam every so often and tell her something through the door. Pam knew everything. Pam knew everything. Everything. She knew everything. And I don't understand why. Why was she? Why?
So, Miranda's dead.
Miranda's dead.
What happens next?
Miranda's dead. He can't stay there anymore because that's where it happened, so we need to go somewhere else. He says, your mom's still in Puerto Rico, right? Yeah. Can't we just go to your house? Just for somewhere safe to go? I guess, yeah. Go to my house.
Who all goes to the house?
Huh?
How do you end up getting from your house to
him in his car? Him. I can't drive. I don't have a license.
So where's Miranda?
We got an eviction notice, it wasn't a legal eviction. I know this because my mom has rented out properties, and so I know what a legal document is supposed to look like, especially for an eviction. And I know that it takes time, and I know that, like, I know, so I looked at it and I said, that's not legal, but we still need, like, he doesn't want us here, so we're gonna have to move out. So he in his mind, it looks like we're just moving out. It looks like we're just grabbing our shit on camera. It looks like we're just grabbing all of our shit to move out because we're evicted. So we go to my mom's house, me, him, and Pam. Pam was there the entire time. Go to my mom's house. He is adamant that he wants to do.
Did he seem fascinated by this?
Yeah. Okay. He had a heart on the whole time that he was turned on, and I even said something about it, and he was like, I don't know what you're talking about, when it was evident. It was evident.
He had an erection.
He had an erection. He was turned on. He liked it. He enjoyed it. This was all part of a fantasy. And me not knowing what was going on, my pure raw reaction was part of it too.
So you get to your mom's house. What time of day is this?
I don't remember.
Light or dark?
I want to say it was dark. It was dark. It had to have been dark.
Did you guys just go straight there? Or did you stop anywhere along the way?
I think it was just a straight shot.
Okay.
Brandis details the abuse she says she endured at Gress's hands in the aftermath of Miranda's murder. Police believe Gress moved Miranda's body to another house in the days following the homicide. There, he dismembered her and disposed of her remains in a dumpster.
That's when he snatched my gold neck, he didn't snatch it, it was accidentally taken off my neck.
Was that when the police were called and went over to you? Or
the police were called multiple times.
The time that he most recently got picked up?
I had my mom called.
Okay.
And I was already outside, and I was waiting, and I just wanted to leave, and he came out. He was on the hood of his car with the shotgun looking at me, and at one point he's like, I'm gonna beat your ass. And he just mouthed it to me, and I didn't understand why. I was heated. I wanted to leave. I didn't want to be there. You don't want me to be there, so why are you making this so hard for me to leave? I just want to leave. He didn't want me to leave, clearly. And then the neighbor came out after the chase around the car. The neighbor came out, and I just beelined to the neighbor because I knew he wouldn't do anything in front of her. And I said, hey, I have an Uber coming. Is it okay if I just wait here until the Uber comes? She said, yeah, that's fine. And by that point in time, I had already told my mom, because I was on the phone with my mom the whole time. At that point in time, I already told mommy, I was like, I'm scared because the gun was different. That was the difference this time. Like the gun was different. Mm-hmm. He had never had the gun before. He had never used a gun on you before. Never. And he had already. That's what was different this time, and not to mention he had already told me he'd be hunting me down, that it didn't matter if I walked anywhere with anyone, that me and the person could get it. Like, he was already telling me that he was hunting me down, and that's why I just, listen, what's the fuck, like, why? And he's like, and then he's like, oh, let me love you and take care of you, and just, it was a mind fuck. It was a mind fuck. Like, he knew. Oh, I just wanted to be loved.
Can we go back to after you guys?
Brandis gets into more depth about Gress's abuse.
Any drugs or anything like that? during the course of this?
Meth.
Meth?
Constantly smoke. I had never smoked meth until I got with him. With him, I smoked meth. I didn't, and we smoked weed. I didn't smoke weed. He smoked weed. I would hit it once and I'd be high. So but meth. It was all meth.
So you get back to your mom's house, go to sleep. Then what happens next? Like how you guys...
Hold on. Did we sleep? I did. We were driving around. It was my birthday. Like that's the thing. It's like I know we ended up at my mom's house sleeping. But it was after the body that we ended up at Congo River. And it was my birthday. And from there, we went to my mom's house to sleep. I don't remember. We drove the Airbnb. We were supposed to get an Airbnb and that never happened. We were supposed to get the Airbnb out in Clearwater. That's what it was. That's how we ended up down there. We were supposed to go, we weren't going to my mom's house originally. We were going to an Airbnb that by the time it was supposed to be booked, the price had changed. So we ended up deciding that we were going to my mom's house, and when we had made the U-turn, the Congo River was right there. He looked at me, wanna go? Sure, I guess. Like, it's your birthday. You look good. We deserve this. Okay, fine. So we went to Airbnb. It's my birthday. Why not, right? It's my birthday. So there, and then we went to my mom's. That's what it was. We were driving 19 and from 54th, we ended up going past because we were supposed to get that Airbnb. And then we ended up at my mom's after Congo River.
Okay, going back to when you had first initially gone over to your mom's house in Largo with Steven.
And Pam.
And the white car's there.
Yep.
At any point, did you or anyone call 911?
No.
Did you have any contact with any law enforcement?
From while we still had the body?
Yeah.
No.
So the problem is that there was a 911 call, and that you had come out and talked to police.
It was after the body.
It was after the body. Okay. So what happened there? Like, I know the police made contact with you.
Right. He was coming at me about the ring, trying to say that I had it the whole time when I didn't. And I told him that he just needed to leave, just leave. And he wasn't wanting to leave. And so I told him I'm going to call 911. I said, you need to leave. I'm calling 911. You won't. I called. I showed him that there was an emergency call being placed. And I had the phone up to my ear. And I was like, you need to leave. Get off my property. Leave. He ended up leaving. I told the dispatcher, I don't need. He left. Cop showed up anyway. I explained to them that I just wanted someone to leave my property. And and then that's the day that he went after Pam, because he had took my phone and he said he didn't take it. So Pam called my phone. It started ringing in his pocket. So he went after her, yoked her up, made her bleed from her nose. Miss Joanne, who rents the room from my mom, came out thinking it was me. saw the altercation between him and Pam, and then told him that he needed to get the out. Like, it was so many occasions. It was so many occasions that he's just fucking attacking me or Pam or the both of us. Like, it's always our fault. He's never at fault. I told the lady, the cop lady, everything's fine, that he had punched me or whatever, but I wasn't ready yet. That I'd be ready one day. I wasn't ready yet. I was scared.
Ready when you say you're ready one day?
To turn him in. Okay. To press charges against him. Because he said that if he went down, that I'd be going down with him. That if he got arrested first, that he was going to make sure that I'd be the one to blame, that I would be going down. And I believed him because he has a way with words. The cops have come out so many times and they talk to him and they I don't know how he always wins. I don't know how he always wins, but he always wins. He always wins. The same lieutenant that came out the first time that I had the black eye, it was visible. And he even said, he's like, you're speaking in code. No shit, I'm speaking in code. And nothing happened.
In Largo.
St. Pete.
St. Pete. Miranda's cell phone.
Is in the ditch.
What ditch?
It's in the neighborhood in the ditch. I can't tell you exactly what, I mean, I could probably tell you. I tried looking for it. I remember that I went to a racetrack and...
So it's in St. Pete?
It's in St. Pete. It's in the gutter. The water gutter, the sewer.
Near racetrack?
No, not near racetrack. It's in between. No, not near racetrack. It's near the house. It's one of the gutters near the house.
Okay.
2708. That it's near the house.
Did Miranda have that phone with her the entire time?
That's the first thing he got rid of. He told me to get rid of it. He made me get rid of it.
When did he get rid of it?
The very first day I got there.
So the 15th, back on?
Yeah. Yeah. The very first day.
Did he tell you why?
No, he didn't tell me why. He just told me, you take her cell phone, you get rid of it, put it in the dumpster. He's like, just get rid of it.
What's the phone look like?
It was gray. It was gray, and it was a gray cell phone.
Was not an iPhone?
I want to say it was an iPhone.
Did it have a phone case on it?
No, okay, no phone case.
Okay.
No phone case. It was just the phone.
So you put it in a ditch?
No, gutter.
Gutter.
The gutter, the actual sewer gutter.
Oh, so you dropped it in there?
The sewer gutter.
Okay.
And the next day it rained.
Okay.
The next day what?
It rained.
It rained.
Okay. And you had your phone with you this entire time?
It's a different phone. He has destroyed 6 phones and a tablet of mine.
Since the 15th?
No, since I've been with him.
Oh.
How about since the 15th?
Since the 15th?
Have you had this phone with you since the 15th?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
Same number?
I don't have service.
Oh, it's just Wi-Fi only?
Yes.
Okay.
There's multiple apps on there where there's conversations, just like he has multiple phone numbers on there.
What numbers?
He kept changing the number.
What app do you guys normally use to communicate?
There is no normal.
Okay, like
There's
what?
no normal.
There's different, I guess what he's asking is because you can do regular messaging or there's different types of, like WhatsApp or...
There's a text-free app. It's a text-free app.
Okay.
There's text now, text free. There's multiple apps in there, and I tried to take screenshots of the conversations because he ended up reporting my account so that the whole conversation would be deleted and I couldn't have access to it because he incriminated himself in those messages in the conversations, and he caught on that I caught on.
Right.
That I caught on, like, you're not, this is, you did this is you're gonna have to take accountability of something sometime, and this is how the I didn't.
And those messages are on?
There's messages, there's plenty of messages on there. There's videos from when he was at my mom's house, and there's video from when he elbowed me in the forehead. You can see it in the shadow on the floor. There's.
Are there videos of Miranda in here?
No, but he sent pictures of Miranda beat up.
To who?
Angel, his mom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, a couple other people. I'm not sure who, but he said he wouldn't have taken the pictures if he knew. He took the pictures and sent them to get sympathy, to try to get someone to buy him another ring. Was what he said. And then he said he wouldn't have taken the pictures if he would have known she was gonna die. So I think he was supposed to let her go, and then I got too involved, he got too into it, and it was an accident. I don't think she was supposed to. I don't know. I don't believe him. I don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth.
Let me ask you this. So, would you be willing to give us consent to extract those messages from your phone?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
So I'm gonna go through this form real quick, okay? It says, I, Michelle Brandis, hereby authorize, I put myself, Detective Jay Gonzalez, detective with the St. Petersburg Police Department, or any other law enforcement officer or digital evidence analyst working with the aforementioned office to take custody of, copy, and analyze the items detailed below for evidence. I understand that copies of the contents of the items, including all files and data, may be created and retained for analysis. I also understand the analysis of the copies of the media may continue even after the items designated for analysis are returned. I provide my consent to this analysis freely, willingly, and voluntarily, and with the knowledge that I have the right to refuse consent. I understand that information from this device may be used against me in court of law. I provide my consent without fear, threat, coercion, or promise of any kind.
Yeah.
You agree? Okay. So what I'll have you do is print your name and then sign it. Right here. Print your name on this white box. And your signature. And then the date is the 8th, and the time is 12:21.
Step back 1 second.
Yep. It's okay. It's fine.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
No, I'm not.
No, I mean, yes. I understand. So. Okay. What is your passcode? Was there ever any talks about you do something is done so heinous to this poor girl, okay? What is the plan afterwards? Was that ever discussed, like going forward? Honestly, like we're just gonna act like nothing ever happened. Like what was did you guys have conversations about what was to happen going forward?
There's an officer here in the sky with you. Do you need to use the restroom? Do you need to enter the
Can I go? Can I have to use the bathroom?
Yeah, she's here. Grab that.
Yep. Please bathroom. Okay. No.
Okay. Fair. I don't know what's going on, but it seems fair.
I'm sure you do. It's been all over the news. I'm all over the news.
Great.
Huh?
Well, that's great. I mean,
My kids. I got 3 kids.
you have 3 kids.
17, 13, and 6. And their mom's on the news for this. So yeah, no. I'm not okay. Oh, Mom, don't you?
reach.
So Michelle, I am curious about a couple of things. Namely, we're curious about the cell phone first. So you said you threw it in like a storm drain, the one that's just got like the big heavy concrete on top. If I show you this map, would you be able to help us?
Probably not.
Okay. If I put you in a car and we drive over to the house, would you be able to show us? Kind of point us in the right direction.
You don't think Steven tried to make me do this as well? Steven was trying to recover the phone as well.
When was that?
Afterwards?
Afterwards, after you had already got rid of her and came back down the same feet?
Yes.
Did you recover the phone?
No.
Okay. But you know which drain it is?
I don't know if you've ever been put under some sort of pressure like that.
You're right.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't.
All right.
I'm trying to keep my together. I'm trying to tell you the truth.
You're doing
trying
great.
To tell you everything. I know I'm not going home. I don't remember which one.
That's okay. That's okay. We just have to ask. We have to try. Okay? You know why we do this, right? We have to try. It's not for me. It's not for you.
It's for her.
It's for her.
I know, and that's why.
So that's why we asked, like, if we put you in the car and we drove over there, maybe you might see a sight. Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe. I remember that I stopped at the first one and it was too open and I seen the cameras, and then I stopped at a second one and there was some guys working, or like they were in a driveway or something, and I had to walk around from the driver's side and like bend down as if I were tying my shoe to put it in. That's what I remember.
Okay. Well, we'll take a drive, but before we do that though, I gotta ask you some other questions.
Of course.
So, you said that he's had this history of picking up girls through Grindr.
He picks up hookers. He picks up females, period.
Okay, so where is he picking these girls up?
Anywhere.
Anywhere, okay.
He could be driving down the street. One time he came home with a couple. He wanted us to all have sex with each other.
Okay. To your knowledge, do you know if he has done this to anybody else?
No. To my knowledge, no.
Okay.
The better person to ask would be Pam.
Why Pam?
Pam's been with him for 5 years.
Okay. Because you understand, like, from what we're looking at, what this looks like, right? Like, if he's... I mean, they have documentaries made for this stuff. They have...
I know.
They have people going up and picking up vulnerable women.
He's got...
Hurting them, whatever. I just want to make sure that...
Not that I know of.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, too, is... What about the pets and animals that he gets off Craigslist?
What about them?
Tell me about it, because it's disturbing.
Extremely.
So what does he do? What happens?
He picks them up and he... That's how he started with me. I was sitting on the toilet. He took a puppy. And he was looking at me dead in my eyes and he says, "This is, instead of me doing this to you, this is how I do it." And he snapped each one of the puppy's limbs as I'm on the toilet. And of course I tried to remain calm, but tears, I can't help but tears are streaming down my face. That's how it started with the mind.
How many animals did you see him
I don't
kill?
know.
If you could
I don't know. Too many.
How long has he been doing this for?
I don't know.
Since you've known him?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that the only animal you observed him doing that to? Is that one time?
No.
Is it always dogs?
No.
What other animals?
Other animals. The other animals. Cats. Guinea pigs.
Is it usually the same way? Or is it different methods of how he kills them?
Experiments.
So.
What do you mean by that?
He experiments different ways to kill. He's obsessed.
With killing?
Yes.
stab these dogs? Stab any animals?
Yeah.
Does he use objects?
Yes.
But can you, I know it's gotta be a lot for you, I get it. I don't get it, but I know it's a lot for you. I'm just asking you to do your best to try to help us out with this. So what else is he using?
What do you mean?
To commit these violent acts?
Anything. He busted this thing with the extender of a bolt, the one that goes around like
the tire.
No,
Like when you
I
change-
grabbed the tire iron that
Okay,
time, and he
okay.
wasn't expecting me to grab a tire iron, and that's why he finally stopped the car and let me the fuck out. It was an extension that goes on the end of like a drill that will tighten something. It was just a skinny one, and I went to block, and he was like, "Oh, pop, pop," and this whole thing swelled the fuck up. Anything that will prolong the inevitable.
He liked torturing.
Yeah. Yes. I think he enjoyed torturing me the most. Because he knew I'd come back, I'd always come back. I always came back. Yes. Anything else? I don't know what else you do. That's the truth.
And
That's what happened.
I greatly appreciate. Is there anything else that neither of us have asked from you that we should know?
He don't fall for him. Don't fall for his lies. Just know that he's going to lie. He believes his own lies. He believes his own lies. So it's very convincing.
I briefly, before we stepped out of the room, I started asking you a question about what the plan was going forward. If there was something that you guys had spoke about, what you guys were going to do.
It was stick together, and then it was I couldn't. I was going back and forth between and my original plan was just to commit suicide. I just wanted to commit suicide because I wanted to commit suicide, and then I realized that I'm still a mom, even regardless of what happened. I'm still a mom. And that's the day that he cornered me in the shower. I was in the shower, and he went to come after me with something. It was a pole, something. It was something in his hand. And I don't know where I got the strength, but I ripped it out of his hands. And that's the day that he finally let me leave, because I told him, I was like, I have something to live for, and it's my kids. So.
Was this at the Largo House or 27th
No,
Avenue?
this is St. Pete. So, when I finally came to terms that I had a reason to live, and I had a reason to tell the truth, and I had a reason, that's when it started getting worse. With every time he was around me, the physical kept getting worse and worse, until finally he pulled the gun, and that was when he got arrested.
So your intention was to just, after the fact, to stay with him?
My intention was to commit suicide. He didn't want me to commit suicide yet.
Did he talk about his plans?
No. Just to ride it out until she hit the fan.
And
with Pam.
With Pam. And other than the individuals that obviously were there, Pam, you, and Steven, who else knew about this girl?
His mom.
Did she know about the death or just the beating?
His mom.
Okay. Did your mom know?
I couldn't tell. Couldn't tell her.
So Steven's mom knew that he had committed murder.
I'm not sure exactly what all she knew. I'm not sure exactly what all she knew. I just knew that when I found the ring, and he tells her everything though. He tells her everything. I just knew that when we found the ring, he wanted to drive over to his mom's house, and I asked if I can get out the car. He said yes, as long as I kept my mouth shut. And I got out the car, and he said, look, I found the ring, and she had it the whole time. I couldn't help but break down. I said, I swear to God, I can't have it. And she looked at me, she said, I believe you.
Is there any, I'm just gonna run this by you, and just tell me if there's any truth to it. So he picks up Miranda on Valentine's Day. That's a special day. Everyone knows that's a special day. And
Right.
then obviously you have your feelings for him, you love him.
Right.
And we all see that. And then he ends up picking Miranda.
Right.
And that upsets you.
Right.
So you had nothing to do with maybe potentially taking the ring, hiding it, to blame her because you hate her so much.
No, I
for
don't even
him.
know the girl. I don't even know the girl to hate her. Was I hurt? Absolutely.
Mhm.
But how many times, how many other girls has he hurt me with before? It hurt me more the fact that he didn't get me anything back.
Because he got him the gift.
He got him the gift. He didn't give me nothing back. I kind of already initially knew that's how
That
it was
wasn't
going to
gonna
be, but
happen.
still, that hurt more than anything because, again, he feels the world owes him, so he is trying to make up for the 11 years he was already in prison for by getting as much pussy as he possibly can. So, no.
Okay.
I don't know her. I don't know her to not like her or hate her.
Do you think Pam would do something like that?
Pam will do anything Steve tells her to. Pam, Steve says jump, she says how high.
Because, I mean, like you said, the ring is miraculously found in the car.
Miraculously, and I'm trying to tell you, it was on the top shelf. I seen it on the top shelf, and I think he may have found it and fucked. This was all a mind.
Why wasn't it said though when you saw it that day? Why
But
didn't you
because-
say something?
Because, again...
Because listen,
I'm not-
you knew, would have known had that ring had been recovered.
I said something.
That would have probably could have quelled this whole thing.
I said something. It was not part of the plan. His plan. This was all his plan.
Right, but he's sitting there. You're sitting there telling me that he's fixated on this ring, this ring,
Right.
this ring, this ring.
And-
You see this ring
And
there,
I
and
said
you don't
something.
you don't
I
say
did.
anything
I
to
did.
him.
I did.
When?
I did.
When he left and you sent him a text message?
Yeah.
Why not say it there when you saw it?
Because he wasn't going for it.
What do you mean? If you have a ring and you show him,
He wasn't. I couldn't get to it. How the f*** was I
You
supposed
tell
to get to
him.
it? I did.
You said you
He
didn't tell
moved
him
the
that.
pillow. He moved the pillow and put it and looked and said it's not up there and put it back. I swore I saw a gold thing up there. Like I did tell him.
okay.
Sorry.
What's this ring? No, you're fine. What's this
Sorry.
ring look like?
It's the one in custody. He had it on his finger. Was it the pinky ring? It's the Egyptian one. He's got the Grim Reaper, he's got the Nugget, and he's got the Egyptian one. That's the one Angel bought him.
What's the deal between him and Angel?
Angel,
Do they hook up?
Yeah. Angel is caught in his web of lies and deceit as well. Angel, that's his best friend, is how Angel described it to me. Although when Angel and I had our very first conversation prior to, Steve tells me that Angel knows everything and that there's nothing off the table, that I could be completely honest with him. I said, okay. Well, apparently Angel did not know that I lived with Steven, did not know that I was his girlfriend. Angel had no idea about any of that. So when Angel asked and I said, you could see the hurt on his face. I believe that Steve I can't believe I'm gonna say this out loud. Steve may be in denial and has not accepted that he enjoys, or that he could be bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
He, you know, Angel, he He claims that Angel only sucks his dick and possibly... Okay, he says that the only thing he does is he's a top, which he will have sex with a man, but...
He will give it.
He'll give it, but he won't receive, is what he's told me, and that he will let them suck his dick. With Angel, I know that it's different with Angel. I know it is. I know there's just some sort of relationship there, and that's, I mean, it is what it is. I know that Angel
So do you
is
think
a good...
he and Angel have love each
yeah,
other?
Absolutely.
Okay, and that's why that ring was so sentimental to him,
Yes.
because of how much he's in love with Angel.
I think so, yeah. He said that's his baby. It was like his baby. He called it his kid. I was like, okay. And as he's saying this, I'm like, I'm trying that I'm connecting dots. Like, okay, so like my initial feeling like about it being more than what you admit to me has to be right. Like, it has to be right. Like, I can't. I'm not that far gone. Like, it only makes sense. Angel doesn't like me, because I lived with him and was his girlfriend or whatever. Angel doesn't like me.
Do you think he told Angel about the killing?
I don't know. I think that what he told me is that he hinted towards, you know, pretty much if Angel has too much to lose. Angel has too much to lose, so he wouldn't want to put him in a position to where he would squeal and...
Or could get himself in trouble.
Right. Not knowing that that's exactly what he was doing when he would go to his house after the fact and hide out there for one night. Like, he
After the fact.
he literally kicked me out the car.
After the fact of what? Like, what are you referring to specifically? Like, after the fact of what Steven did? Are we talking about this incident?
The Miranda.
Okay,
After
so
Miranda.
you're saying after the killing of Miranda,
Yes.
he stayed at Angel's house.
Yes, after Miranda had died. Yes. He stayed the night at Angel's house. I had threatened to go to Angel's house and tell Angel, and he told me that Angel called one of his female friends to come over and meet me there to beat my ass instead. I don't know. I told him you needed to confess to Angel so that Angel knows, otherwise I was going to tell him.
So your plan was to tell Angel what he had did to Miranda?
I had threatened. I had threatened him with that, yes. Because it was...
We need to go take a ride to try to find that.
Yeah.
There.
Let me do this real quick.
Yeah.
You've been so great with us, and we greatly appreciate you being super cooperative with this. We're trying to do what we can for Miranda. Would you be willing to provide your DNA sample to us? Okay. I just have to go through this, like, again, it's going to take 2 seconds.
She was never supposed to die, ever, he insists. He clings to the idea that his intentions were somehow noble, to get his property back and teach a lesson. He frames sending the photos as a cry for help to end the situation, a way for someone else to solve his problem by simply replacing the ring. Gress sits silently at the end of the interview. As the interview concludes, Gress sits there, a portrait of chilling stillness. What we've just heard is a masterclass in deflection, self-pity, and a complete distortion of reality. He paints himself as the victim of a stolen ring, a man pushed to the edge by frustrating life circumstances. And yet, he pleaded not guilty. He's taking this to trial. He attempts to pin the ultimate act on his girlfriend, Michelle, citing jealousy as her motive. But his own admissions of abuse, of control, of sending those horrific photos paint a very different picture. Miranda's personal history is irrelevant. She was a child, a mother, who fell into the hands of predators. What are your biggest takeaways from this interview? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Until then, stay vigilant.